Have you ever talked to an attorney and wondered what the heck they're saying? Attorneys have a habit of just saying random words that are normal to us, but to everyday people, they don't exist in their vocabulary. So I wanted to take some time and make a couple videos describing and breaking down some of those terms that we use so that you'll be able to better understand what an attorney is saying when they're talking to you. And the term I wanted to start with is statute of limitations. And this is a big one because sometimes you may call into a law firm, they might tell you that your statute of limitations expired and they can't do anything, and then just hang up. They didn't really explain what a statute of limitations was. They didn't explain how a statute of limitations is going to affect you or how it affects your case. They just said they can't help because of it. So here's a quick breakdown of what it actually is. A statute of limitations is basically a fancy way of saying deadline. And it's basically the deadline that you have to file a lawsuit after a claim happens or after a claim or something happens to you. So it could be a personal injury case where you have an X amount of time to file a lawsuit after you're injured. It could be a medical malpractice case. We have an X amount of time to file a lawsuit after you discover that you're injured. Or it could be an employment case. We have an extra amount of time to file a lawsuit after you've been terminated or after you've been discriminated against. Virtually every law has a statute of limitations, or at least every law I can think of. Generally, statute of limitations are pretty hard deadlines, but there are some circumstances where the statute of limitations might be extended. Some of the most common ones are you can get tolling agreements. A tolling agreement is something that attorneys enter into to say we are not going to make a defense of statute of limitations expiring if you were to file a lawsuit. So that protects you from having to deal with that statute of limitations expiration argument if you were to file a lawsuit. Another way it happens is if someone is incapacitated, and you see that if someone's in prison or maybe somebody's in medical incapacitated via coma or something like that, or someone's a minor. I could extend the statute of limitations that you could have or the deadline that you would have to file a lawsuit. So that's my breakdown of the legal word of the day. I hope to have a lot more of these videos to help educate you all and so you can understand at least a basic knowledge of what's happening with your case. Please make sure to follow so you can stay up to date with legal news and videos I share. And I hope you all have a great rest of your day.